I bought this Cambridge Audio Go V2, I think it is, from eBay. I paid £25 for it with free postage. And here's the description. This speaker is not working at all. For parts only. Someone with excellent experience with speakers can fix it. It's not working! In case you didn't see that on the first bit. Comes as shown in photos with accessories and original box. Blah 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 blah. And sure enough, it doesn't work. So we've got an 18 volt 1.5 amp power supply that goes into the back there. And this is the jack of said power supply. Plugging in. I think there should be an LED there. Nothing lights up there. Nothing lights up anywhere else. And the power button does nothing. Everybody knows you check the simple things first, so let's put our multimeter in voltage DC. And we'll check the power supply. There we go, 18.18 volts. Nice. So the power supply is absolutely fine. I don't know what the problem is going to be on this thing. It does look like it's been opened before because we've got a bit of the seal poking out at the top. A few scratches around here. I think there's no visible screws as usual, but I think we have to pry off this metal grill to get to some screws. Now I can also see this is all a bit wonky here. So, I mean, I don't think there's any screws under there. And we're missing a couple of feet. But apart from that, it's in pretty good condition, and these things are supposed to be good, so I'm hoping I can get this working. Let's crack it open and see what's wrong with it.
Go by Cambridge Audio. We're doing it for the show. Let's just hope this idiot can fix it, you know. As always, gotta give out the praise to Tim aus Magdeburg. It's a German phrase. Looking at this go, it's been open before, but that will become obvious. Adam Taylor, Anthony Dean, take a look at these tweeters. Badger Squatch, you ever seen abuse speakers? Haley Benz, are these words you would have chose?
Well, that's irritating. Look at those.
Yep, someone jabbed in their dirty little fingers. You'd never do that, would you? Cooey jingers. Anyway, let's crack on with the free OTV and Dr. Princess Wizard to complete the CD. The HHG, Nate Lucas, Scanner Terry, Jonathan Hart and Sarah Cat get the money. A1 Bass, Kissox, Michael Biggie, Steve Stepanik, John Pusha, Kip V, Sam Boone, Kip Hakes, Larry W, Flux, Chris Barkhurst, and Slunch 2, Dennis Braun, Greaves, E, James Fryman, and everybody knows
Eric is Banana Man.
Peace. Right, well that was actually quite easy to get into, but I can't believe that someone has stuck the fingers into these dome tweeters. That is really, really irritating. And I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to get those back out again, but I'll try. I mean, I need to get it working first, don't I? Right, so we've got a battery here. Let's see if we've got anything in that battery. Where does that go? That goes to there. Let's see what we've got in there. Multimeter in voltage DC again. Wait, what? I've got to be honest, I didn't expect it to be absolutely zero, and that appears to be what I'm getting, unless I'm just not on these properly. Yeah, I'm getting absolutely nothing. I mean, what should this be? 11.1 volts. Does that look factory to you? Maybe it is. Looks a bit... dunno. Why are we getting 0 volts out of it, though? I'm not convinced. I think that might have been replaced already. But I would have thought it would still turn on with the jack plug, but maybe not. Let's try plugging the jack plug in now. See if we've got any voltage here. What's going on there? There's like a line. Hang on, let me see if there's voltage. 18 volts. So there is voltage. There's like a line in this board here. Is that split? So it is getting the 18 volts. The battery is absolutely flat. I mean, I don't know if I can charge this up with my little charging board, because that, I don't think will charge something that's 11.1 volts. But I don't actually know. Maybe it's worth a go. I don't think it'll do it any harm because it's already 0 as it is. Let's try it. Yeah, it's not happy about that. Yeah, won't charge it. I mean, I don't know if that's the original battery. I don't think it is. It's a 2018 battery, and I think these were released in like 2014, 15, something like that. It just doesn't look factory, does it? It doesn't look very professional. But I don't know. And I'm guessing, what is there, like three different batteries in there that make up the 11.1 volts? I wonder whether it's worth taking this apart just to try and see what's going on. Well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I'm not sure that's the problem. I can see this board doesn't look right here, so I'm going to take this little board out. Oops. Yeah, this is broken. This board's broken. You can't see it yet, but I can. There we go. Unless it's supposed to be in 2 parts, which I very, very much doubt. Wow. Excellent. So this runs off to this board here. So presumably the 18 volts is getting to here. It wasn't being passed through to here because that's completely severed off. I mean, how does that even happen? It is at the screw hole, so maybe someone's over-tightened some screws or something, I don't know. And then that runs into this board here. So it's possible that this battery is just completely flat because it's not been getting the charge. And maybe it ran on for a bit. But I'm going to have to try and fix this. Looks like a connector, but it's actually not. It's soldered to the board. So you have to cut these here and disconnect it from there. Yep, can do that. Okay, good. Let's get these under the microscope and see if there's any way that they can be fixed. Right, well there you go. Completely split. I'm guessing. Well, I'm not guessing. I know that it should look like that. What am I going to do with this? I'm going to have to try and glue it, I think, first. And then I'm going to have to repair the tracks that have been ripped through. Okay, let's try and glue it first. I'll let that dry for a bit. Not sure it's going to be sturdy enough. I mean, what I will say before I do this is it doesn't have to look pretty. And it's probably not going to. Let's try using the grinding pen and see if we can get back to some bare copper on here. Clean it with some isopropyl alcohol. Get some flux on there, see if we can get some solder. Big blob of solder. The bigger the better. Definitely need my fuming extractor. I might have to do a wire on that one. Right, well that looks pretry good on those three. This one is so small that I think I'm going to have to run a wire on it. Yeah, that board is already much more
solid.
In fact, we've got 2 on this side. I'm going to have the same problem, I think, because this one's quite thin. But I'll try and get some across the thicker one, and then we'll go under the microscope and see if we can do some wire trace repair. Right, let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's much better. Right, I'm going to get this under the microscope and we'll tidy it up a bit, and we'll run the wires on those 2 smaller traces. Right, I think those 2 are good. And I think the end one is good. But that little one is going to need the wire, so let's do that. Hairy flux. Ah. Let's just tidy this one up. Right, I think that's good. They're still good. And that's it for that side, isn't it? Got those 4, let's flip it over. Okay, I think that's also good. We can test them with continuity. Well, they're definitely going through there, and there's no reason then why it won't be running onto here, but let's just see if it comes up at one of these. Yep, that one, and that one comes up, this one comes up, there. So they're good. Flip it over, and that one is good and should go to there, and does. That one is good, goes to there. That one is this little trace, and that's good, and that is the bigger one, and that's also good. Right, I'm going to put some solder mask on this. I'm going to cover the joints, and I'm going to put some solder mask all the way down this crack, hopefully to give it a little bit more protection. Let's do this side first. Okay, good. Solder mask curing device. Stay. Okay, let's have a look at that. Good as new. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm sure some people say it's a complete and utter mess, but I actually think that's not bad considering what it looked like. Right, let's pop that back in. I don't know what to do about the battery. I don't know whether to leave the battery and just put it back together and see if maybe the board that's in here charges it, or whether to split it into what I think it is, which is 3 separate packs, because it's possible that one of them is knocking the others out. I think I'll put it back together first, and let's see what it does. And let's see if we can get this board back in here without it cracking. That will be a result. Right, here we go. This is the screw that matters. Come on. I'm not going to over tighten it. There we go. It's looking good. I'll replace these cable ties or zip ties. Right, well, let's temporarily plug the battery in and we'll just see what it's doing now. Okay, here goes. Yeah, we're not getting any lights there. I expected that to light up, but maybe that is because of this battery. I also kind of expected it to turn on. Oh, it has turned on. It has turned on. Okay. And we've got a flashing light here. It's red, which is never a good sign, but it's flashing. Well, let's see if we're getting any charge going to that battery now. Can I do this? Right, we've got the multimeter in voltage DC. There we go. Oh yes, we do. We did. We don't anymore. We do. 9, 10 volts. And climbing very rapidly. And dropping again. And climbing again. 10.06. 10.07. 10.08. Okay, this is good. That battery's charging. Okay, I'm going to leave this for a bit. Right, this has been on for about 20 minutes. I checked on it a few minutes ago and it was at 10.4. But now, it's at 10.31. It's going down. If I take the battery out, on the actual contacts themselves, this port here is getting, there you go, 14 volts. So it's more than enough to charge it, isn't it? But it's not doing. So I think there is a faulty battery. Yeah, still at 10.31. But I think it's just one out of the 3. So I'm going to take this apart. Might be foolish. But I actually think this will work plugged in, because if you look, that blue light's still flashing. So even if I can't get the battery pack working, I still think we can use this. Well, then where's the fun in that? Let's try and fix this. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I'll give it a go. It's not working as it is, so it's not going to do any harm, is it? Now, it goes without saying that I don't know what I'm doing, and I am an idiot, so please do not copy this. These batteries are quite dangerous. But I don't care. I'm going to take a picture of that before I ruin it. Now I can ruin it. Right, so there we have the connections. Interestingly, have been soldered as well. So adhesive there, so I'm going to drop some IPA in and hope it just loosens that up a bit. Okay. And there we have the 3 separate batteries. Let's see if there's any voltage in this now, because I was getting nothing before, was I? 10.28, so I am getting the voltage now, whereas I wasn't before, which is really odd. But that's obviously still very low. It should be at least 11.11, but I would 11.11? It should be at least 11.1, but I would expect it to be 12 point, I don't know, 4 or 5 when they're fully charged. Okay, well, I'm going to desolder these and turn them back into 3 batteries, I think. And again, these are dangerous, so don't copy me, obviously. Right, now we have 3 distinct batteries. Let's see what voltage we've got in each one of them. Let's start with this one. 3.4 volts. That's not bad. Let's try this one. Oh, that was all over the place. Hello. 3.4 volts. Okay. So by a process of elimination, is this the one? They're all 3.4 volts. Let's add that up. That's right. That's to the 10.2. I'm going to try charging these up then, individually. Because maybe they've got to a point where it's too low for that device to charge them. Or too low for this little board. So if I can get these up to, say, 4 volts each, or at least 3.7, is that going to work? I'm going to try it. It's the worst that can happen. Right, is this going to work? Place your bets now. Yes. So we've got a red charging light and they're drawing. That's 1 amp. That's good. That's healthy. Can you see that? You can now. 1.06 amps. Right, I'm going to leave that one for a bit and then I'm going to do it with the other two and we'll see if they all do the same thing. Sorry, something out the corner of my eye. Just, what the hell is that? Right, these have been on for a while now. And if we look at this one, we've got 3.96 in that one. We've got 3.75 in that one. And in this one, 4. So I'm going to get these two up to the same as this one. And then I'm going to put this back together because I think they are accepting the charge. I mean, what I will probably do is buy a replacement because, I mean, even if this was from 2018, it's 6 years old now. So it's probably not going to last very long. So I will get a replacement, I think. Or I might have to build one, I don't know. I don't know whether you can buy direct replacements. But I will put it back together and we'll see what it does. Okay, so in this now we have 11.5 volts. That's much healthier, isn't it? I'm going to put this back as best I can. I'm going to put some... That was on there, wasn't it? I'm going to put some Captain tape around it. Right, there we go. That should be... I mean, it doesn't look great, but it should be as good as the one that was in there. Put some double-sided tape in there. Okay. I'm quite happy with that. I just hope it works. Let's find out, shall we? Before I put it all back together, because I know that it upset everyone last time I did that, so I'm not going to put it fully back together. I'm going to pop this in and I'm going to see if it does anything different than it did before. Okay, it comes on. Does it stay on if we unplug it? Yes, it does. Okay, well that's promising. Is it charging it though? That's the question. I don't know whether it is. I suppose the only way I'm going to know is if I unplug it and see how long the battery lasts and then see if it charges back up again. Surely it should have some kind of light though. But it's good news that it stays on unplugged. We wasn't doing that before, was it? Right, before I put it fully back together, I'm going to try and fix these tweeters. I don't think I'm going to be able to. So annoying. Alright, I'm going to put my vacuum cleaner on the lowest setting. That's probably too low. That is marginally better. Right, that one's not as bad. Let's try this one. This was the worst one. Can you even hear me? Probably not. Right, I don't think I'm going to get them any better than that. They're definitely better than they were. We've got a bit of a dome on them now. Yeah, I mean, ideally, they need replacing, don't they? But I don't have that luxury. Okay, well, let's pop this thing back together. And let's see if it actually plays music. It might not do. Right, there we go. Well, let's see if it comes on without being plugged in. Yes, it does. Okay, let's see if we can connect the phone up. Here it is. Go Cambridge. Nice. Right, well, the base port's at the back, so I can't have it lying down. I'll have to put it like that. Now let's see what it sounds like. See what it sounds like? Yeah. Let's plug it in. I tell you what, it sounds blooming good. And that's swearing. Yeah, it's very good. It sounds awesome. I don't know if that battery's going to last. I might have to replace it. Right, I'm just going to have a play around with this. I mean, I'm really happy that it's working, because it wasn't before, but I just don't know about that battery. So I'll play around with it, and if I do need to install a new battery pack, I'll probably do another revisit on this, because that might be quite interesting. Or will it? Stupid battery pack.
Show must go on. The show must go on. Yeah. Inside my heart is breaking. My makeup may be flaking, but my smile